Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us today. So today we've got a very special review to do for yourselves at home, and I am really hoping that you enjoy it. So we have made a little bit of a personalisation to this video by changing our mood lighting to orange. For anyone who knows or watches our videos regularly, you'll probably be more used to seeing a pink background. But because of the products that we're going to be reviewing today, we thought it was only right that we made a little nod towards the colour of this very special national drink. Now, our special national drink within Scotland is Iron Brew, Bar's Iron Brew, made by AG Bar, and we currently have a glass bottle here, 750ml. Now, personally for me, you have to have Iron Brew in a glass bottle. That is the law, and it is incredibly tasty from a glass bottle, especially if it's been chilled in the fridge. The second product that I have today is a very special one which was gifted to me by the company, and this is Scoffable BREW. So this is Scoffable's own version of Iron Brew, the closest version to Iron Brew that you can get apparently. But what we're going to do today is find out how does it compare to the real thing. Now, first of all, I just want to let you know that I am not endorsed or paid by either Iron Brew, Bar's Iron Brew, or by Scoffable. I haven't signed a waiver or anything like that to say good things or bad things or whatever. All of these opinions are certainly of my own, and as always, as I do on every other video on this channel, I will give you a very honest and transparent answer and opinion. Of course, it's my opinion only, and you guys at home can make up your own opinions and your own thoughts on what you see and what you taste if you do want to follow on with this review at home. Now, Iron Brew for me is a very special brand, it's a very special drink. I think within Scotland we are one of the very few places in the world where Coca-Cola is not the best selling drink in the country. Iron Brew is the best selling drink in the country within Scotland anyway, and that just shows you how much of a loyal and strong brand following that Iron Brew does have within the country for a good reason. Certainly within Falkirk, which is my hometown, which is where we live at the moment, Iron Brew started off in Falkirk, and as a child I was very lucky to live very, very close by to the original factory, which holds a very close sort of link to my heart as a child, and it's a good memory to have. Now, with regards to Scoffable, Scoffable is a company very similar to Just Eat. It's based just in Scotland only, and it did start out in Livingston, which is around 25 miles away from where we live at the moment. Now, it was started by two businessmen who worked together, who wanted Scottish people to have their own choice in what they were able to order to their own homes. And certainly this product is no different. They wanted to allow people to make up their own minds about what they wanted to drink, and this original idea started in 2018. The idea for Scoffable Brew started in 2018 because of the sugar tax, which was rolled out as a levy across the whole of the UK. Now, across the whole of the UK, the governments decided that a sugar tax was required to minimise the risk to public health from excess sugar, the risk of type 2 diabetes, the risk of obesity, and all of the other health concerns and conditions that are related to these issues. Obviously, when people do drink and eat certain things to excess. Now, the two people who are behind the scenes with regards to Scoffable felt that there was a gap in the market for a drink where people can choose how much sugar they have in their drink. Now, with regards to Iron Brew, Bar's Iron Brew, Iron Brew did make changes to their recipe with regards to adhering to the sugar tax so that people were able to drink it without having so much of the negative side effects, if you like, of the high sugar content within the drink. However, the original drink always had a very high sugar content, which is what the drink was all about. That's what made it taste so good. Now, today what we're going to do is have a taste test of the Iron Brew compared to the Scoffable Brew, and as I said earlier, we will make it a very honest, transparent and hopefully helpful review and opinion for yourselves at home so you can make an informed decision about what you want to buy. Do you want to continue to buy the normal iron brew that you can pick off the shelf, or do you want to try this Scoffable brew? Let's find out. So, first of all, we will try our iron brew. Now, I'll just show you, I have a wee glass here, so we'll open one up at a time so we don't get confused. Nice wee fizz there. There we go. So, I'm not going to pour lots of it. I'll pour about 1/3 of a glass. There we go. So quite a bit of fizz there. You can see it's dancing around there inside the glass. But it does settle quite quickly. I'll pop that down. Just popping our lid back on the bottle here, so we're keeping the fizz in. In my opinion, getting drinks in glass bottles always tastes that little bit better than you would if you got it in a plastic bottle or a can. Now, you know, obviously that's personal opinion for myself. You know, I'm not sure if you guys agree with that at home, but if you do have a glass bottle, it does flatten a bit quicker, I would say. And you also need to make sure that the lid is on really, really tightly, as it is a metal lid as well. So we'll just pop that down. So we have our iron brew, Bar's iron brew here. And we also have our other empty glass here. And we have our Scoffable brew. So let's see how this one opens up. Quite a bit of fizz to that as well. You can actually see the fizz coming out of the top. So again, we'll do about a third of a glass. I think that's about right. Now, first things first, I'll pop this lid back on actually, before we forget. That's your lid back on. So, first things first. Iron brew, Scoffable brew. Now, the one thing that I've noticed first is that there are more bubbles inside the Scoffable brew. You can actually see them, there's quite a lot of them in there. And the iron brew has practically none. So I would say side by side, I think colour wise, I think we're pretty much bang on the same. And I'll just lift the two bottles up again to show you side by side. See if I can get that. I don't think you'll be able to tell any different in the colour anyway. What I have noticed is this is very, very clear, it's very pure, there are no bits in it. Now from the Scoffable brew perspective, there are little bits inside the drink. I'm not sure if you can pick up on them on the video or not, but there are wee bits in there. They are suspended in the drink themselves, so you know, they've not sort of collected at the bottom of the glass or anything like that. But I presume that that's probably just part of the product, the flavour, who knows. So what we'll do first is we'll have a wee taste of the iron brew and we'll see how that goes. So first of all, smells like iron brew, I would say. It's not as strong as I remember it smelling actually. I've not had iron brew for a wee while, but it does smell like it, so let's give it a wee taste. So when you take a drink of that, it's quite fizzy in your mouth. In the cup, in the glass itself, as we said, there isn't many bubbles in the bottom of the glass at all, to be honest. They've all sort of dispersed and evaporated. But when you do take a drink of it in your mouth, you do feel like bubbles all around your teeth, which is quite a funny feeling. But I must admit, it didn't taste overly sweet. I've not had the sort of full sugar version, if you like, of Iron Brew for a long time, but it's not as sweet as I thought it would be. I know they have reduced the sugar in it obviously, but I think flavour wise it does taste like Iron Brew, but I would say almost like a watered down version maybe. It just tastes a little bit more sort of diluted more than anything else. And aftertaste wise, fine. You know, there's no unpleasant aftertaste, but it doesn't leave you with this sweet sort of taste and aftertaste in your mouth. That's one thing that I would say. So let's try our Scoffable brew. So obviously I'm not sure what this is like. I just got my delivery today, and this is the first opportunity that I've had to see you guys and do this for you. So as you can see, there are still some bubbles in the bottom of the glass here, and if we do give it a wee tap, they do come away quite easily. Now we'll do a wee sniff of the glass. It smells much stronger. Yeah, it smells like Iron Brew bars. Iron Brew bars as in not the drink, but actual Iron Brew sweetie bars, candy bars. You used to get, and they were amazing. They were one of my favourite sweets as a kid. Unfortunately they stopped making them, probably because too many kids' teeth fell out, but they were definitely a 10 out of 10 sweet for me when I was a child, and the flavour and the smell just brought me right back there. Smells very sweet, smells very sort of classic Iron Brew, but I have tasted some sort of, I suppose, competitors before, different sort of brews and different sort of iron brews and things like that before, in different shops. Obviously people try to make imitations, but it's never quite the same as it. But yeah, let's have a wee taste of this and see how it compares. Wow, that is like going back in time. It's so sweet. It tastes sweet and lovely. It tastes as I would hope any Iron Brew would taste. Now, aftertaste wise, there is a much sweeter sort of coating to the, you know, sort of my mouth. It's quite a nice aftertaste, I would say. It certainly doesn't feel as watered down or diluted down as the bars version. Obviously we know one has more sugar in it and one doesn't, but this, when I took a wee drink of it, wasn't as fizzy in my mouth compared to the bars one. But I actually don't mind that. I think that the taste is more important than the fizz, and I think on this occasion the taste honestly is absolutely phenomenal. It really is. It's fantastic. I'm actually quite shocked that a company have been able to get it so right, and obviously bars have a very secret recipe, which we all know is a very big secret within Scotland, but I think these guys have done a fantastic job with what they've been able to produce so far anyway. So let's have a wee look at the ingredients on the back, more so the nutritional information really. So what they say is that it is a sparkling flavoured soft drink with sugar and sweeteners. Now, for 100 ml of Iron Brew, bars Iron Brew, it's 19 calories per 100 ml, 0 grams of fat, 0 grams of saturates, 4.5 grams of carbohydrates, which all of them are sugars. We also have a very, very minimal amount of protein in there, which is under 0.5 grams. And we also have under 0.01 grams of salt as well. In comparison, we have our Scoffable Brew, which is a sparkling soft drink handcrafted in Scotland in small batches. And per 100 ml, we have 38 calories, 0 grams of fat, 0 grams of saturates, 9.6 grams of carbohydrates, which all of them are sugars, 0 grams of protein and 0 grams of salt. Now, obviously both bottles are recyclable and I think that's fantastic. You know, for me personally, if I was going to buy a special drink like this or like this, I would 100% want to buy it in a glass bottle, and that's purely my opinion because I think it tastes better. Also feels a little bit more special as well. I think, you know, it's just nice to be able to do that rather than pouring it out of a big 2 litre bottle, you know, plastic bottle or a can, for example. Almost like a can feels a little bit more casual than a glass bottle, but certainly, you know, being able to recycle all of this is fantastic. And when I was wee, you used to be able to get money from the ICE if you took in glass bottles, and they would give you money back for recycling them, but you don't get that at the moment, unfortunately. So I think overall, you know, the main sugar issue of the sugar tax is that a lot of things have had to change. You know, flavours have had to change, ingredients have had to change, and unfortunately for me personally, I feel that Iron Brew has fallen short with the taste since they have changed the recipe. For me, the clear winner, and I can't believe I'm saying this because Iron Brew, AG Bar's Iron Brew, has such a close place in my heart because it was started out in my hometown of Falkirk. But do you know what? Honestly, this is your winner. 100% this is your winner. Now, you can buy these on the website. They do come in boxes of 24 and they work out at £2 a bottle. You get free delivery, and obviously, as I said earlier, I was very, very kindly gifted a box of this special Scoffable brew by Scoffable themselves. And with regards to this bottle, they don't currently sell, AG Bars don't currently sell 330ml bottles like this one in their sort of brand. They do sell cans, they sell plastic bottles, and they sell the sort of bigger glass bottle like this as well. So there is no comparison in the size apart from a can. So this is 330ml, and that is the equivalent of having a can of juice. So all in all, I am incredibly happy, and I am also quite shocked and taken aback, but Scoffable has well and truly won me over, and I must say that they should be very proud of themselves for creating this beautiful, lovely tasting product. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, give it a wee thumbs up, leave any comments in the box below, and if you want to try Scoffable's brew, then please do. I would strongly recommend it, and I would also recommend that you do a bit of a taste test comparison. You will see and you will taste exactly what I have tonight, and you will realise exactly what I'm talking about and the difference and the improvement in the flavour. And I am incredibly happy that we've been able to do this for you guys today. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you as always for all of your support on this channel. It really does mean a lot. So we'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.